Hey everyone, good evening, happy Sunday again, and welcome to the seventh episode of my little show called Streaming Hot. First of all, I'd like to say I hope that you guys are doing well. The past week had been pretty crazy because of the upcoming festivals coming into Iloilo and the preparations and all the opening salvo, which I'm so excited about. But always remember to still keep safe because the virus is still around. And we can still enjoy the upcoming Dinagyang Festival here in Iloilo through the many virtual and online events that the IFFI and the Iloilo City government have been brewing for all of us. So this is going to be a global event. Everybody everywhere will be able to enjoy Dinagyang. And maybe for this year, we'll just have to post our throwback photos of the Dinagyang from the previous years. Also, I just hope that tonight's show I'll be able to carry it through the 1 hour na wala sang internet connectivity problem. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But if something goes wrong and the odds are not on my favor, I hope you don't go away because I'll try my best to really just go back on broadcast as soon as I can. I think maximum of 30 seconds to 1 minute that I'll be back. I'm going to use my phone data. You know how it is here in a third world country like ours, as far as internet is concerned. But don't worry, the silver lining is I'm getting a new internet service provider very very soon. So hopefully it will be better. And I'm supposed to actually do this live stream in another place in a hotel lobby. You know how it is with people without internet connection. But I'm too lazy, I'm too tamad to really go somewhere and do my setup for a broadcast. So I'm here in the warmth of my little home and with you guys watching us tonight. I know you're so excited about our conversation, about our topic. I am so excited, but before that, I just want to say happy fiesta to the people of Tigbawan. I have a lot of relatives there. My mother's maiden name is Talion. So to all my Talion relatives, to my Pina family there, happy fiesta. And I think it's also fiesta of Santo Niño de Arevalo in Villa. So happy fiesta, guys. I'm not really a fiesta kind of person because I get overwhelmed by excessive food and many people altogether. But when I was a young kid, my mom would always take me to fiestas and my grandmother, and it's more of like reconnecting with relatives that you don't get to see too often. That's really the point. It's not about but you get forced into it. That's part of the family obligation. So happy fiesta, and don't party too much because again, you know the situation now. So yes, let's get to the main topic right away because I have the guests ready and waiting for me to bring them to our live stream, and I'm very excited. The pressure is actually a little bit different tonight because both of them are working for television, and they are my former students. No, so as you all know, our episode tonight will be about the non-renewal of ABS-CBN franchise, which ultimately led to the closure of the giant network. Jobs have been lost, and a big part of the Filipino TV viewing habits have been affected. I am one of them. Personally, I felt sad and angry about the closure of ABS-CBN, especially because I have grown used to watching ABS-CBN. It's part of my childhood, and it's always ABS, not just for me but for my family. My family in Negros, they don't watch any other channel except ABS-CBN, and it's a cultural thing, and you know that I teach that to my students in CMS in UP Visayas, how media can shape consciousness, and for a state to just take it away for reasons that they believe would be correct. But later on, we'll probably talk about it. It's something that kind of creates dissonance and confusion. I'm being quite academic here. Forgive me, but I hope that you'll indulge me tonight because I'm gonna speak to two very intelligent and strong women of our time. So our special guests this evening are two of the most familiar faces on television. They are the ones who we consider as the very reliable sources of information. And unknown to many of you, to some of you probably, they are my former students from UP Visayas, CP Visayas, and with what they have achieved in their respective careers, I am one of the most proud people cheering on for the two of them. So tonight we will talk about how they are now, from then to now, being part of ABS-CBN. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, and I'm so excited that they said yes to this show tonight. So please help me welcome Miss Joyce Clavecillas and Miss Bianca Dava. Hi!
Hi, Sir
Hi.
Bob!
Hi, Sir Bob. Hello, everyone.
Kag sa mga viewers ng Streaming Hot, good evening!
Thank you. Oh my God. I hope one day streaming hot will be also a byword in the household. But that's gonna take a long time. But first of all, Joyce and Bianca, thank you very, very much for saying yes to my invitation. You two are just too kind, always so respectful. I wish I can screenshot our conversation and share to everyone how you are so polite with you when you reply. And I want to use you as example to some of my younger students now who don't seem to have that a little bit of a social media etiquette that you guys are still so you still embody it until now, and I think that's awesome. It's like it's so embedded in your character, and it speaks a lot, no? So thank you very much for being here. Okay, Joyce and Bianca, let's go straight into the discussion of tonight's topic. Take us back to your beginnings at ABS-CBN. How did you end up working in that station? Was it your first job? How did you find out about the vacancy, and how did you get there? I'd like to start with Joyce.
I started, sir, 2007. I graduated that year. And sa fourth year, second sem, ang isa sa mga requirements, sir, is ang OJT, internship.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was chosen nga mag-intern sa ABS-CBN Iloilo. So, I think I was an intern for 2 months. And sang
Mm.
lapit na mag-end ang klase, I got an offer man from our news chief, si Ma'am Gemma
Mm.
Villanueva. She
Ah.
offered kung gusto ko mag-join sa news team, especially nga padulong na sir ang election. So, di bang graduation ha is April. So, 2007, I
Yes.
think presidential elections to sir. So, kinadla nila
Uh-huh.
extra reporter for that. So, pagka April, I started my training. And then pagka end I think after graduation, kay April 25 ang aton graduation. So salang nako sir sa field. So election na tayo ng ako nga first assignment. So I remember no, ang first ko gid nga coverage was the visit of Manny Villar because he was one of the candidates for presidency that time. So hindi ko kabalo nang i-ask ko kay Manny Villar. So ako na-overwhelm ko ako nga ang first assignment ko gid si Manny Villar. So anyway,
Yes.
very thankful man ko kahit yung akon cameraman that time. He was guiding me no kung sinong dapat ko palapitan, etc., etc. So
Mm.
naitawid man ang first election ko sang 2007. And pag intern ko actually sir no, I was assigned sa production. Kay that time may mga
Mhm.
concert ato sa Dinagyang January
Mm.
2007. So na-assign kami
Mm.
magdaho tissue sa mga artista nga maabot. Tumduman ko pa na I think that was PDA, ang Dream Academy nila Yeng
Oh
Constantino.
yeah.
So lipay na kami, upod kami ni Fons. Hi Fons if you're watching. So
Hi, Pods.
bisan taga-daho lang kami sir tissue pero treasured moment kito ya sir. Bisan amo lang to amon role tapos kung
It's your
anong
first time, no, to be in the actual production, right? And
yes,
with
sir.
real artistas
Yes,
coming
with
in.
artista. So, na-overwhelm kami. Kahit the first artista, exposure. So, ang feeling mo pala nga, ay kami to pala nagadaho tissue nila, sang water nila. Di ba? Ang feeling pala, sir, iba. So, ginasulat ko sa journal ko because Mamba Beth Vargas required us to document everything, no? Kanan amon experience for
Yes.
that day, etc. So, ginabutang
Mm.
ginayan namon. Nagdaho kami tissue,
So
nagdaho
do you
kami
still have the journal with you? Have you kept it, your journal?
wala na sir kay Ma'am Babeth, I think. Kay
Ay,
notebook na
tinatago
siya
pa
sir
to ni
mo.
Ma'am Babette.
So
So,
amo tong
so
una
Joyce, since then, that's ABS na for you through and through,
yes,
right?
dire-diretso na
Like,
sir. So
grabe.
Oo.
Internship, first job, all the way. Oh my gosh!
Yes,
Wow.
oo. So, 14 years, oo, almost 14
Yeah,
years na,
Oh,
wonderful.
2007.
Okay,
Yes.
Bianca, ikaw naman. Take us to your beginnings
wow.
at ABS-CBN.
Okay. Actually, ako, sir, in ABS-CBN, it's where my childhood dream was realized. I was only 8 years old when my dad used to take videos of me holding a hairbrush. I used it as a microphone and I imitated the news reporters I see on TV. Natandaan ko, sa video ni Papa, I was reporting about the death of Tita Blanca pa. Amo pa tong akong nga gina example nga i-report and then right then and there I knew and my parents knew that I really wanted to be a news reporter and not just any news reporter but really a kapamilya reporter. So sa nag-internship naman ko in college, I was lucky enough to be accepted sa ABS-CBN Foundation. I really wanted to get into the news department pero at that time hindi ka man pwedeng magpili. So in-accept ko man nga dito ko sa ABS-CBN News Foundation and I actually worked sa e-media, educational arm sa ABS-CBN Foundation where I also served as an extra sa isa ka production sa Popcom. I played the
Mm.
role of Young Daisy sa isa ka show din pag
Wow.
Yes, yes sir, oo. Imbutang pumunta sir sa akong nga diary sa nag-intern ko. And after graduation sa college, oo, after graduation sa college, 2 weeks ata after graduating, I flew to Manila. And then, nag-apply ko sa mga newspaper companies and mga TV networks, including ABS-CBN, of course, because I really wanted to work for ABS-CBN. Kay I grew man nga watching I grew up watching ABS-CBN shows. So gusto ko makasulod dito sa news nila. So nag-apply ko sa ABS-CBN. Unfortunately, I didn't get a call back. So I
Mm.
worked for a different network that time, UNTV News and Rescue. And in 2015, ABS-CBN had job openings. I remember applying to 7 different positions for different departments ng ABS-CBN. Makasunod lang, ABS-CBN Publishing, I think ABS-CBN Film, ABS-CBN News. Pero
Oh
may
my
ana
gosh.
opening sila sa news researcher kag news reporter or platform reporter that time. So nag-apply man ko dito.
Mm.
And one day in 2015, I received a call from the HR of the news department. Tapos, ako na, dito na nag-start. So, I think daw 9 months nga nagpabalik-balik ko sa ABS-CBN para sa mga written examinations, on-cam tests, interviews, kaya mo gid nga mga test ng mga interviewer, agyan-agyan ko. And in February 2016, I became the newest reporter for ABS-CBN News. The rest is history.
So, so grabe ang naagyan mo antes ka maka to be in front of the camera and finally wear the kapamilya ID, no? Grabe. And I think one lesson here that we can
Yes, yes.
take away from your story is that perseverance and determination can really make things happen, 'di ba? Sino gid ya, Bianca ang pinaka-idol mo nga newscaster nga do gusto mo gina-ano mo, gina-imbue mo, ang try mo nga i-follow ang footsteps at ABS-CBN.
Ako, I really like Karen Davila, sir. Tapos kung makita ko siya sa newsroom or maski sa lobby or sa hallway lang, ginakiligid ko. Wala pa akong ganit picture with her. Pero every time na makita ko siya, daw ngambal ko nga gusto ko maging pareho sa iya. Kay she really asks the right questions, kagka-brave sa iya, ka-courageous sa iya, sir.
Mm. But it's strange, Biancs. Wala pa kamuka. Pero she knows you. She says hi to you when you see each other at the hallway of ABS-CBN.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oo. Dati, nagabandila man ako before, sang may bandila pa, and sang graveyard shift pa ako. And sometimes, I would do live reports, kag siya ang nagalitin sa akon. So, she also knows me, pero wala lang gid ko, kumbaga, kung makita ko siya sa office, doon nahuya ako magpa-picture sa iya.
Yeah, because hindi na colleague na kamo no? I mean, that kind of like
Yes,
sets the
yes,
difference compared to just being a fan. Na nagbisita ka lang
yes.
bala, let's say, sa ABS and then they're there, it's okay to be kilig. But because you are in the same, really, so it's kind of different. But I also love Karen Davila.
Yes.
I really like her. Joyce, you never tried going for the national for ABS-CBN?
Ako, sir.
Yes,
Actually, sir, ang ako lang abi, sir, nga concern, sir, parang I think ang lifestyle sa Manila daw hindi gid sir fit para sa akon, especially sir nga asthmatic ako. So
Mm.
isa na sa mga reasons man sir no,
Oo.
why I cannot push through
Oo.
sang career sa Manila. So I think okay na ko diri sa Iloilo City
Mm.
where you have everything na it's like
Oo.
ano
Mm.
parang combination na ng city and province na you're comfortable, tapos
Yeah.
ang environment mo, ma-consider mo pa siya sir na safe, gid, and healthy gid ya para
Yes.
sa
Oo.
akon. So,
Mm.
I opted na to
Mm.
stay here in Iloilo City na lang sir. Kahit di okay naman sir
Mm.
si ABS-CBN, kahit di
Sure.
they give ano man they give opportunities man for regional reporters, especially sa mga dalagko nga
Mm.
stories, sir. Amo na sir ang thankful kami sa
Mm.
ABS-CBN because they trust us sa regional stations to cover and handle big stories na do wala pala sir, ay kami lang na sa
Mm.
Manila, kay kami dako na yung storya na kami na lang na maubra. No, they give us the chance no to prove ourselves nga kaya namon nga mag-handle sa dalago nga stories like ang Boracay shutdown. So
So,
I was
mm. Yeah.
deployed sa Boracay and
Mm.
other big stories man sir no, Frank, Yolanda, and
Mm.
ga-augment lang sila pagka nakita na gid nila ang need. But pag makita nila nga kaya sa regional station, they really they really leave everything na sa regional reporters to do the story and deliver the story in all platforms. So from TV Patrol, Umagang Kay Ganda, Bandila, ANC, DZMM, at Tanan. Yon. So mahanas ka gid ya, sir. So it
Mm.
feels like
So
you're
in
still
other
in
words, yeah. So in other words, ka-nurturing man gid, even from the main network sa Manila, nurturing sila kag ka-empowering man, no? They empower the regional networks also, no?
Yes, I agree gid sir. Kahit di, mag-submit kami sir sa ngamon audition tape. We have to submit in in English, Filipino, and Hiligaynon.
Mm.
So they can see no kung okay ka sa Filipino, sa English. Kag amo na, they really encourage us to do live sa different platforms like ANC and TV
Mm.
Patrol para
Mm.
hindi lang na kami sir
Mm.
malimit sa local, sa locality lang or sa amon AOR nga hiligaynon lang kami all the time. So amo na sir kanami isang opportunity nga ginhatag ni
Yes.
ABS-CBN.
I'm sure, Joyce, na before you got to where you are, before the closure of ABS, no. I mean, may mga challenges, and same with Bianca. But I'll start with you first. Ano yung mga challenges nga you had to hurdle or to overcome to get to a more stable point in your career at ABS-CBN, as either as a newscaster or as a production professional at the network? Can you share with us your challenges?
So number one sir is sorcery. Tawag na namon sorcery. So sa sources mo because
Sorcery.
sorcery. Oo, amo namon term sir, sorcery mo.
I love
So
it.
yes. Kay,
Oo.
actually, sir, ang work sa reporter, hindi lang yan nga matubang ka sa camera and then you just deliver your report. So you start from, you start from conceptualizing or planning your story. So kinalan mo, sir, reliable sources. So hindi pwedeng nga mawakal ka lang da. So you have to get interviews, you have to get data, documents, etc. So number one, gidya nga dako nga dako nga requirement is ang reliable sources. So kinahanglan mo maka-establish sang trust sa imong mga sources na okay lang ba nga
Mm.
ihatag nila ang mga pareho sini nga documents, ang mga sensitive documents. Kumbaga, is it okay with them nga ma-share sila sa mga sensitive information with you? And kisa sir ano lang no, unlike example mga phone interviews bisan hindi pa kamo nagkilala kay mahambal ka lang nga first time mo lang ka nagtawag sa iya. And yet they can divulge na sang mga crucial
Sensitive
nga details sa
information.
imo.
Yeah.
Oo. So amo na sir, very important gid na you build trust man sa imo nga sources kay at the end of the day dara ma-rely ang imo nga story. Dara siya ma-anchor kay without the
Mm.
solid base of facts and information, you cannot run a good story for the newscast. So amo gina sir,
So
sorcery
it's
gid.
a it's a it's a
Na-establish mo
super
gid.
sorcery. It's really super journalistic, gid, no? Na parang to really get the most reliable information before you go out and broadcast the story. How about Bianca? I'm curious if the challenges for you were harder because you're from the province, or what were your difficulties establishing yourself at ABS-CBN?
Mm. I think, sir, okay. If there's one thing
Sorry,
I have
sorry.
overcome, no, yes, to get to the point where I am now in my career, no, I think it's accepting some aspects of my work or getting used to the system, so to say. Like what Ate Joyce said, when you say kasi journalist, it's you have far more responsibilities than just reporting the story. When you say journalist, ikaw man ang researcher, ikaw ang reporter, ikaw ang transcriber, ikaw ang writer, proofreader, team leader, kay syempre may cameraman ka, may assistant cameraman ka, and then you have editor, maho, and the list goes on. So aside from having to wear a lot of hats, you also have to have this a great agility to switch roles. And aside from that, man, I think it's also competition, and not just competition among networks, but competition among you reporters in the same company. Why is it so? It's because, like, for example, sa TV Patrol, it only airs for 1 hour before. Now it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. But then there are like 40 reporters sa amon sa Metro Manila, hindi pa daupod ang sa mga regional network groups. So you really have to have a good, interesting, and well-written story as well as compelling audio and video materials.
That's really well, I know about the competitiveness among reporters. But there is you still have an editor who chooses the stories that will be included. Is that
Oo.
correct? Even in Manila, no?
Ang producer, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
Bale,
So
ma-pitch ng stories ang mga desk editors. Oo. Desk editors, and then mapili na ang producers, sir, kung ano yung mga bet yung mga stories for the day.
so I'm guessing you are a producer's favorite because we see you every day. No, Biancs, no?
Hindi man, sir, kini mga stories man kis ang gaka-bump off. Like there are stories the comedy man kis kay like matawag ang news desk sa akon nga, Bianca, bilisan mo, sabit mo na yung script mo, ganyan ganyan kasi first gap ka, ganyan ganyan. Okay ma'am, sige, sabit na ako. Tapos mahulat ka sa first gap, hindi ka mag-ere. Third gap siguro, hindi ka mag-ere. Asa natapos ang patron, na bump off ang imo nga story. So, hindi man, depende man kisa sa gusto sa producer sa ilang story menu for the day. Kag kung may
Oh my
mga breaking
god.
stories pagid, sir.
Yeah, it sounds fun. But I noticed ang sa imo Biancs, ang kanay Joyce ya sa una, ti ano gud to ya si Joyce ya regular because other than the fact nga gamay lang sila di sa Iloilo, parang seniority also matters man no. I think that also played a part as far as covering is concerned. Pero ang sa imo Biancs, you are always doing live stand-upper, correct? I mean like that kind of like puts you on a more favorable position. Is that correct?
Ano, sir? Sorry, sir.
You always give stand-upper na live. You usually have an interaction with the anchor. So I guess that puts you in a very good position right now, ano, sa imong job as a newscaster at ABS-CBN. Is that
Oh,
correct?
oh, actually, sir, last quarter of last year and then this January, kadamo gid man sa mga live reports ko, it's because of the stories I also cover. I've been covering the typhoons, the recent typhoons, and then recently man ang traffic. So since traffic is a really big story in Metro Manila, that's why I'm always required to do live reports.
Yeah. So, kanami lang kiti siyempre lain gid man ang live no kaysa sa canned materials. Okay. So, thank you for sharing your stories. Those are like a little bit of backgrounders of what you do. So the work happened, and then let's now go to the time when the franchise had to be renewed, and ABS-CBN applied for the renewal of the franchise. When the Congress, or when the story started building up, and the Congress started the hearing for ABS-CBN franchise renewal, did you actually, Joyce and Bianca, did you actually entertain or consider the possibility nga ma-close ang ABS-CBN, nga hindi ma-renew ang franchise? Was it something na you did not at all consider as possible? Can you take us back to the time when it all started? Let's start with Joyce first.
Mhm. Um, I remember, sir, no, as early as 2018 when I received
Mm.
my service award for 10 years na, no, sa ABS-CBN, na-mention na siya during our program. So, once in a while, gina-mention na inaas ng mga big bosses. And then, 2020,
Mm.
May 2020, I think May 4 to siya, Biancs, no, sang gin-serve sa aton.
Oo.
It was afternoon,
May 5.
P5, oo, gin-serve ang
Mm-mm.
Mm.
CPO, cease and desist order from NTC. I remember I was directing TV Patrol that time. Tapos in the middle of the program, of the newscast, no, I got a call from my news chief. So, Joyce, urgent, emergency, we have to meet right after the newscast, and pandemic pa, so limited number of people lang. So
Mm.
daw pala now kana pala ano pagkapos hindi na kami parang we don't know no
Oo.
what's gonna happen. So I think pagkatapos ito, the next day wala kami ka newscaster. After that,
Mm-mm.
sa afternoon nga na serve ang CDO, wala kami ka newscast. And then that night ginhimos namon amon mga gamit sa office. That very night sang nabato namon ng CDO. And after TV Patrol newscast sa national, mayaran as ang formal announcement si ABS-CBN nga we will stop the newscast and the airing of
Mm.
ABS-CBN. So, hibig gid sir as in
Mm-mm.
tanan kahilibig kami sa office, like we were
Oh my
having
God.
that meeting, no, tapos online lang yun. That time naka phone meeting lang kami kahit hindi man kami kompleto sa office. So pero a day after pagka May 6, we were advised continue news gathering. So continue kami, sir. So bahala na kung din kami ma-air. So
Mm.
we were advised that we will air via Facebook. So right away ang mga tech people um nag-set up sila for for a Facebook live na setup. And we were able to go back sa newscast May
Mm.
6 or 7. May 7, 2 days after.
So,
So that time, no, loka ano na gid man, sir, naka-depressing, no, but what made us continue sa Quiapo is because grabe ang support, especially dito sa Iloilo, sir. I've been
Mm.
receiving a lot of messages, may mga calls of support. So parang haba ko, sige sila sa babaw, babayin na lang sila. But these people believe sa amon. So sige, let's continue. Bahala na, no, basta we will continue kung anong mandate namon sa tao, sa mga Ilonggo. Now we will continue our newscast, our public service. So dayon kami, sir, bisan sige ang hearing, ang amon nga day-to-day routine
mm-mm.
continued yapon.
But the directive, Joyce, to shift to online or online platforms of to do your newscast, it came from the national ABS-CBN, or inyo na nga doon lang sa regional lang
Ano
siya.
na, sir, national na siya, sir, nga
National na
directive
siya.
sa tanan
Oo.
nga regional station. So right away nag-shift kami tanan to FB newscast, tapos sa YouTube na. So amo
Mm.
na sir ang naging
Okay.
platform namon after the May 4 event.
Okay, Bianca, please take us back to your situation naman in Manila
Okay.
when the closure was progressing. Like how
Mm-mm.
what were the emotions? How did the people react, especially you because you're at the center of it all?
Yes. Actually, sir, for me, I really didn't expect that I would witness history repeat itself, no? Na ABS-CBN will be shut down for the second time around. The first time, of course, during
Yeah,
martial law, and then 40 plus years
yeah.
after, ari na naman.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm-mm.
naisip ko to sa to nga, no, that's impossible. a company as big as ABS-CBN, ipasarado nyo. That's impossible. But then, I should have known better kasi si President Rodrigo Duterte gani, he repeatedly said that he will really shut down the network, and true enough, his allies verbalized that closure. So, okay, I'll take you back to Cinco de Mayo or May 5, 2020. Actually, during the enhanced community quarantine, ABS-CBN housed ang mga news teams, kag ang mga staff na doing field work, kag may mga comorbidities na upod sa balay in hotels. So, May 5, 2020, that was a Tuesday. It was my rest day. So, I stayed in the hotel the whole day. Sang aga pa
Mm-hmm.
lang, naga-joke-joke na sa amon nga Viber group sa reporters nga, so paano ni kolorum na ta? Duga joke-joke pa nga, okay, wala na franchise, kolorum na ta, joke-joke pagkakadlaw-kadlaw pa. Then, I think noon time, we already heard the news and confirmed the news that the National Telecommunications Commission issued gani ang cease and desist order against ABS-CBN. So dito, things became more serious na. Kag damo na yung mga pamangkot sa group namon, damo na pamangkot sa sa ulo ko, sa self ko nga. So ano ni maere man tagyapon tini patrol karon, paano ni buwas may work pa ta, ano ma-cover pa ta, madayon pa ang mga live karon. Then, amo na to gani, sir, sang gabi ina, I remember I was staying sa hotel room sang best friend ko nga reporter, si Anjo Bagawisan, and we were watching TV Patrol together. Kag, amo to, gahibi kami, sir, gahibi kami pareho. We witnessed si LK, kag si Sir Mark Lopez, nga nag-deliver sa ilang messages to the Filipino people via TV Patrol, and then closing skills ni Kabayan. So we were both crying. Wala kami gahambal pareho, pero wala mo na ang tears mo, sir. They said so much ang mga tears mo. And then my mom also called me, gahibi man siya. Tapos gahibi man ko, tapos wala na kami istoryahanay. Tapos what hurt more was seeing the screen turn black after Sir Peter
Yeah.
Musi, the voice of ABS-CBN, saying ABS-CBN Channel 2 now signing off. Tapos nag-black ang screen. As nasubong na huwag pa rin, ako ba na yung busa ko yung duman ko. So, very sad din. After that, nagkagadanay kami nga mga nakastay sa hotel nga mga cameraman, mga reporters nga ma-dinner kami sa may galog sa hotel. Maski mugto ang mga matakaon kami. What surprised me, sir, was that during that time nagkakaon kami, I received a text message from my news desk. And the message read, Bianca, please cover tomorrow. Assignment ko for the following day. Tapos dito ko naisip, okay, so despite everything that happened today, tuloy ang work. May work ta gyapon buwas, may kinanglada serbisyohan, so tuloy gyapon ang public service.
Actually, I share that. I mean, we are outsiders, no, sa ABS-CBN. We are mere end users. We receive from what you guys produce. Pero we were very, very affected. I was personally so sad. I remember me and Kevin at the dining table, nagalantaw nga, this will be the last broadcast, and then the screen turned black. Nakibot lang ko nga, I was teary-eyed. Sabi ko, it's such a sad moment.
Yes.
Bianx, what else went into your mind? Other than the fact, of course, no, I'm assuming you are sad because it's just unimaginable for a giant network such as ABS-CBN to be shut down like that. But what else was running into your mind? Did you fear losing your job, or were you sad because some of your or a lot of you will lose your jobs, or was there something more to that? Just share with us your inner thoughts when the closure happened, and then I'll ask Joyce later.
Mhm. At that time, sir, wala pa. Wala pa. Nagsulod lang sa isip ko ang amuna, sang July 10 na. Kay May 5 to natabo, sir, May 6 wala kami ka-ere. May 7, nagbalik kami pero online lang. July
Online,
10,
yeah.
2020, yes, that was the day lawmakers decided not to renew the franchise bid of ABS-CBN. Unlike May 5 na naka-rest day ko, July 10, I was on duty. In the morning, I covered ang mga protests sa House of Representatives, sorry. And then we went back, when I went back to the office, kay dito ko isulato ng akong na story. And it was a very unusual sight sa newsroom, kay damo-damo ng mga local, international media
Yeah.
dito. Some were setting up their cameras, some were interviewing employees, some were interviewing si Miss Jing Reyes, ang chief sang news. And I sat in one of the chairs near sa isa sa mga monitor man dito sa newsroom, and while I was writing my story, nagpamati ko sa hearing. Actually, gin-expect ko naman na mga hindi na nila pag-i-renew gid ang franchise ng ABS-CBN. Sang time nga to. Kay syempre nakita taman kung paano kung paano ginhimo ang 12, 13 hearings, di ba? Kita taman kung ano ginobra dito sa mga lawmakers. So, gin-expect ko na siya. Pero I didn't expect nga mas sakit gid gali siya kung mabatian mo nga ginahambal on national TV nga hindi na pag-i-renew ang franchise sang ABS-CBN. Kag mas masakit pa gid nga nakita mo 11 lang ka lawmakers ang nag-stand up for you, nag-stand up for press freedom, kag 70 people ang wala ginpatay gid nila ang franchise video. So ako, aside from syempre nasubuan ko, frustrated, disappointed, kag syempre nag-ugot gid ko, sir, amugid na ang na-feel ko. Kag ang tipo bala, sir, nga wala pa kani kamo kabangon sa May 5 ginatabo. Tas ini naman ginsipa-sipa na naman kamo nila nga nakadapa man kamo gyapon. Grabe lang. Kag dito na nagsunod sa isip ko, sir, nga oh my gosh, hindi ni kayas ng company nga wala franchise. So paano ang mga employees and all that? So dito ko na naisip nga base magkaroon sa retrenchment kag base isa ko sa mga matanggal.
Okay, let's go to Joyce naman. From your end here in the regional, how was it for you guys? Like, what were going on? What was going on in your mind when the closure happened?
That time, no, I was not just thinking about myself. Siyempre, napanumduman ko paano akong family. I have two small kids. I was also thinking about my
Yeah.
colleagues who have been in the station for so many years. Nga kahulat na lang retirement. They have kids nga pa-eskwelahon. Nga ara na sila sa edad nga medyo alang-alang na.
Yes.
And you were also thinking about the people nga nagasalig na sa ABS-CBN, like in terms of entertainment and news. When we went off air, kalabanan sir nga nagatawag sa landline namon may edad na nga ang ila lang gid nga
Oh my
alternative
gosh.
or ang ila lang gid nga mode of entertainment is just TV. So pila ka calls ang nabaton ko mga may edad, ma'am sano mabalik si Cardo, etc., etc. So kabudlay kay hindi ko man mahambal, ma'am pwede sa YouTube ka na lang.
Heartbreaking, Joyce, no?
Oo,
Heartbreaking.
kay parang amo na lang na, ma'am, hindi kami kagwa kay may edad, may isa to, tigulang na ako, I cannot, hindi ko makagwa sa balay, amo lang na akon kalingawan si Cardo lang or whatever programs
Mm-mm.
na gusto nila. So, kabudlay, bala sir, na as much as you want to give them si Cardo, but you can't, na parang, ma'am, may isa to, I remember, no, nag-instruct ko, ma'am, basi may bata kada, nga may cellphone or may internet, ara pa kami sa YouTube, hambalon nyo lang nga sa internet pwede, etc., etc. Amo ni bala sir ang mga tao nga, mga ordinary people nga dara na lang sila nag-rely sang ilang nga kalipayan, sang ilang information, especially in this time of the pandemic na there are no other alternatives but just to stay home and watch TV or kung ano man da ang pwede nila mahimo sa balay. So do you feel helpless? Pero at the same time, no, dara mo ma-feel ang gravity of support and love from the community nga sa amo na galing nga pamaagi natandog namo ng kabuhi nila bisan sa amo na nga programa, bisan sa amo lang palagwaon, no, na-appreciate nila ang ginhimo sang ABS-CBN for them kag kung ano ang impact sang TV network sa kabuhi nila. So amo na sir kasubo gid kasubo. Yun.
I think Joyce and Bianca, this is one thing that a lot of people do not understand as far as your commitment to the job is concerned. Na it goes beyond just the job of getting paid
Yes.
as far as collecting stories are concerned and delivering the news, because you actually invest feelings in what you do. Kaya nga, you
Yes.
really meet real people in your journey. You talk to them.
Yes.
You can actually feel their pain. You absorb a lot of it when you interview. Ang tao nga galantaw sa TV nga wala ya ka-introduce sa atin nga sa media. They don't know what you go through before you actually
Mm.
stand there and talk as objectively as possible, and talk about the most tragic stories, sometimes uplifting, but it's really a mix. So I really feel that what you actually lost is not just let's say it's not just the network, but a part of yourself, because there is that commitment to the job and public service. People, some of them, they think public service is just a phrase, pero for people like you who practice it,
Mm.
it's something na you don't joke about, because it is real, and it is so it's actually parang do ka higher pagid siya na calling, no? So let's talk about when the inevitable happened. When it happened, um what were your thoughts? Hindi ka pa sure, di ba, if you would continue or if you would lose it. Did you immediately think of a fallback? Did you start imagining yourself doing something else and not doing newscast on ABS-CBN? Can I start with Bianca first?
Mm. Yes. Sir, I just want to say, it's true what you said, Kagina. For most of us, or I think for all of us, ABS-CBN is not just our source of income. Like for me, for Ate
Yeah,
Joyce, it's also our childhood dream. For all of us,
yeah,
kapamilyas, it's
true.
our sense of accomplishment, sense of fulfillment. It's our second home. It's our second family. So, amo na ang nadula sa amon. And
Yeah,
I really can't explain and gani. I can't find the right words to describe the pain that we felt that time na natabo to. And whenever I recall that
mm-mm,
moment, whenever I recall what they did to us, I still feel the exact same pain up until to this day. Uh, Regarding sa
yeah,
fallback, sir, actually, grabe, in denial gid kuya, in denial gid kuya nga magka-retrenchment. Naisip ko lang siya sang August 31st na. That was the day nga ang first batch sa mga employees nga nag-bid farewell following the retrenchment program. That's when I told myself na kinanglan mo na mag-isip ng plan B kay you'll never know basi karon ang next batch upod ka na. I really had to prepare for the
yeah,
worst. Until now, wala ako concrete plans with sir, but initially, I thought of going back home in Iloilo if ever na-retrench o ma-retrench ko. That's also what my parents advised me. Siguro rest dami pila ka bulan and then get back up again and apply for a new job. Or I also thought of staying here in Manila and do advocacy work with one of the non-government organizations I participated in a few years back. And in touch man ko gyapon sa ila subong. Third, may mga since the ano lang sorry, tawag ni, maliit lang ang mundo, balasang maliit lang ang
mm-mm,
world sa industry. So, I have
mm-mm,
friends from other networks also who told me during that time na nagka-retrenchment na they have vacancies for the reporter position. So, they also offered to help me sakali nga gusto o kinanglan ko na gid mag-apply. I also thanked them pero ginambal ko sa sarili ko. Pag sa ila man, I'm very honest, ginambal ko sa ila nga, okay, but I promised myself na sakali makabangon ng ABS-CBN, mabalik kag mabalik gid kuya.
yeah. Pero did you lose some colleagues, Biancs, na close sa imo
Yes,
but had to be retrenched? How was
yes sir.
it? Tell us about it.
Very very painful, very sad kag maski a few weeks after sang ginambal ya sa amon. Kevin Manalo is one of them.
Mm-mm,
Kag announce man si Kevin very close sa akon. So isa siya,
mm-mm,
he was the first reporter nga gintawgan sang HR nga upod siya sa retrenchment. And sang
mm-mm,
ginambali sa amo ng news kag sang ginpost man on social media, daw pila ka weeks pa nga hindi ko balaan kung paano ko siya i-approach. Baka hindi mo man pwede ang balon nga okay lang na kay hindi eh. Kag syempre dapat
mm-mm.
balaan mo man ang ginabatsyagan niya kay employee ka man, kapamilya ka man, reporter ka man. So it's really really painful but we still keep in touch. And amo na gani ginahambal ko man sa iya, sa ila, sa mga friends nga wala na subong sa ABS-CBN nga if ever makabangon ng ABS-CBN, mabalik gid, kani magbalik gid ka.
Yes, there will always be that day of reckoning, no? Makabawi. Joyce, tell us about naman niya your part of the story about this. As far as your planning of your fallback is concerned.
July 10, that was the day that the lawmakers denied no the franchise for ABS-CBN. So it was a day before my birthday. So para pa-celebrate pa ko ni birthday ko. Nga, I
Oh my
was crying the
gosh.
whole night. Yes. Oo. That's why I will never forget July 10, sir, because it's a day before my birthday. And may mga calls na nga nagsulod, may mga i-answer, may mga messages naman nga nag-offer. And um, very grateful gid ko nga nakapanumdum bala sila sir nga sige may job vacancy diri etc etc na pero the time medyo ka pa sa July 10 na to do I think July 10 11 do gahinipi lang ko yes sir I remember no and then my kids were asking me
Oh my
ba
God.
mama nga gahipi ka ba wala na job si mama mo na so
Oh
hindi
my
pa ko
gosh.
kapanungdaw
Yeah.
the first few days no 10 11 12 and then haba ko hindi pwede no na amo lang ni. So I decided although wala pa man to sir announcement or announcement from the head office na we will be retrenched no.
Mm,
But I was already thinking
mm,
anong fallback. Number one sir concern ko is
mm,
wala ako yaya for the kids and then they have online school so kananan ko if ever I go back to work it has to be nga ma-manage ko pagyapon ang ilang nga studies kay they're still small hindi pa sila independent learners so I was thinking ang sa bakery existing na ina siya because ilan na ni nanay and tatay but I was thinking na how can I help nga ma-improve pa ang bakery. So I suggested na we add products. So ako ang nakapanumdum sa mga additional products that we will offer eventually. So kami what do you call this nag-try kami sang options and then so we came up with additional like chicken roll pork asado and then nag-market sa social media and I'm very very glad no
mm.
na ang feedback and ang support very very overwhelming and I'm very glad November I got a call from Attorney Jobert nga dinagyang will push through but in a digital platform and
Yes.
he asked me to help them no for the digital production of Dinagyang Festival and I'm very glad nga ang first ko nga kumbaga balik sa production work is related to Santo Niño siguro dogin bless man kita nga sa iya ko nakauna balik after ABS-CBN. And for now, I'm thinking man sa mga siguro part-time jobs anay for the meantime no. Kay ti nabudlayan ko sir kay ti I have two small kids and then they are still in school. So kinahanglan gyapon ang akon nga guidance sa ila, sang akon supervision. So for now, amo lang na anay and the bakery as well.
Pero do you miss it, Joyce? Do you miss going to office, going to ABS-CBN station, and doing your routine? Because it was a crazy schedule when you were still in the network, right?
Yes, sir. Actually, sa nag-opening salvo kami sang Friday na feel ko gidya ako ABS-CBN ko live ko sa TV Patrol. Kasi nga countdown before mag-on air. Gatawag ka sa piyak na ma-feel mo ang cameraman kina-check mo okay ng audio, okay na ang etc. So parang it's like ABS-CBN days. Tapos and I'm very happy no. Some of the people that I work with right now for the Dinagyang Festival are also from
Yes.
ABS-CBN. So the main editor of the media team of Mayor Jerry Treñas is from ABS-CBN. Ang
Mm.
main technical person namon also my cameraman man sang una siyang last ko nga nga partner before nadula si ABS-CBN. So he's also helping out in Dinagyang. And ang cameraman, may mga gintapman ko to help us out for Dinagyang Festival. So it feels home pa rin. It feels so kapamilya. And of course, Attorney Jobert. Attorney Jobert,
Yes,
we've been
he's watching
together
right
for
now.
so
So,
many.
hi, Sir Jobert. Good
Oh,
evening.
sir,
Thank
we've
you.
been together for so many years, and again, very comfortable to work with attorney. Kahit parang sa una lang, wala gid sa naglain.
Yes.
Yes.
Grabe, no? Listening to your stories, Bianca still being part of ABS right now, working so hard and still delivering the news despite the pandemic, and then Joyce trying to find a new niche with what you do without leaving the production work. Kasi you're still doing production work. It's inspiring, and it gives ako personally, you give me hope na life can actually go on. No, even if ABS-CBN and it's not on air, but I know ABS-CBN will do its best to go back to the service of the Odiba. Ang galing
Ah,
mag-segue to the service of the Filipinos, di ba? Okay, Joyce and Bianca, I'll start with Bianca first. What's the most important lesson you learned at ABS-CBN?
Mm. Actually, sir, I think ABS-CBN really taught me to be courageous in pursuing what is right and what is fair. It has taught me to fight the good fight and to be on the right side of history, especially there is a franchise issue money.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And kanamian ko Biancs nga despite what you know, because you are actually an insider in many ways, because you talk to people, you did not lose that idealism that UP has taught you, and to continue searching for the truth, and for saying the truth. So I am so in admiration for you. So it's great. How about Joyce? What's the most important lesson you've learned from ABS-CBN?
I think ABS-CBN, sir, is public service. Public service
Yeah.
in all aspects, from entertainment, from news, information, giving hope to the Filipino people. Kay ako, sir, personally, no, public service. I've been handling different public service activities of ABS-CBN for so many years. So that ako na learn how important it is to connect with people. So hindi lang yang basta maubra mo lang ang trabaho mo. It's connecting the community sa mga necessary or sa mga
Mm.
different government agencies, no.
Mm.
And I'm very very glad na I'm an instrument sa pag-connect sang aton nga community sa aton nga government and all other sectors of the community. And I'm very grateful na sa last 14 years ko sa ABS-CBN, I was able to touch people's lives in one way or another. May mga nagapalapit lang sa imo, may mga naga-text lang sa
Mm.
imo nga, okay na to, ma'am, natigayo na to, etc. etc.
Mm.
Ma'am, naka-graduate na akon bata. May mga amo sina pala, sir, um, simple messages lang nga makuha mo sa tao, and yet ka-overwhelming kay kabalo ka nga natandog mo ang kabuhi nila in that aspect. So amo na, sir, it
Yes.
will always be public service for ABS-CBN.
Wonderful. It's what we espouse in the university, and let me just tell you how proud I am, that at least we are part of your formation. I mean, we will not take credit for everything that you and Bianca are, because you are your own persons. Pero I think UP has really contributed at least something to what you do now, and how you forward your ideas. And we cannot deny the fact that you are public figures, you and Bianca, Joyce and Bianca. So take this moment. We have a good number of viewers tonight, and this will grow a little bigger by tonight and tomorrow for those who cannot watch the live stream. What's your message to everybody watching this live stream tonight, particularly about in search for truth and for standing by it, because it can be quite difficult. So if there's one thing you want to impart to our viewers, what would it be? And I'll start with Joyce first.
In this age of social media, sir, no, ang truth, um, comes in different versions. I think you agree. And
Yes.
para sa aton, for the younger generation who wants to venture in this industry, no, be courageous. And as long as you know that you are telling the truth, the right side of the story, no, there's nothing to be afraid of. And kinanglan kita sang community naton in amidst all the fake news and different information nga na naga-bombard sa aton sa social media. Kinanglan gid naton sang mga tao who will really give us the correct information, right information, kag hindi magpatalang, sir, sa mga pumuluyo, because information is power at the end of the day.
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. How about you, Bianca? What's your message to everyone tonight?
Okay, first of all, Sir Bob, I want to thank you for having us tonight. No, I really enjoyed a lot, and also to all the viewers out there, all the viewers watching us right now, yung UPB community, yung mga former professors, mga batchmates and schoolmates ko. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules, no, nga mag-listen to and maglantaw sa buong. Ang message ko siguro is all of us have a responsibility. Speaking is a responsibility, and we have to use this wisely. For everyone out there, malad ko tanan ta may mga dreams and aspirations. So just hold on to your dreams because someday these will all come true. Since we're still in the middle of a pandemic, I hope that we all stay safe, stay healthy, and not be complacent. And isingit ko na lang man dayon, no, 2020 is the year we should not forget in 2022. So please do register to vote and choose better leaders in 2022.
Bianca, Joyce, you both are an inspiration, and we're happy that you are making a great part of the history, being part of the history itself. And so I can only wish you the best, especially sa imo, Bianca, nga ara ka pa in action. And
Thank
when
you, sir.
ABS-CBN returns on air, I also look forward to seeing Joyce again doing the stuff that she loves doing most. Because you guys have always been, you always make my heart flutter if I see you on air. I'm sure tanan yung mga teachers amo na ang feeling. So it's, you are an inspiration. That's really the point. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, and to everybody watching us. This is one of the high rating episodes that we have. Well, yay! I'm so
Wow.
happy. The other one being
Yes,
ang kay
sir.
Sir Robert ng interview, because well, it's a big deal, no? It's Sir Robert. So iba talaga pag may mga personalities na i-guest natin. So to everyone joining us tonight, thank you. Miss Kate Chavez, thank you for sending us a shout out. Sir Kevin Piemonte is also sending his congratulations. We have so many people. Mamini, thank you, and to Miss Joy Lian. She's actually our staff at the Division of Humanities right now. And to everybody watching, thank you so much. I know Sunday is a very important family time, family day for you, but I'm just here, and I'm here to give you something to take home with you, and whether it's an information or it's something entertaining. But next week, Joyce and Bianx, if you're not busy, you may want to join me again, because next week we're gonna talk to flight attendants, and this we are not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about the controversial case of what's going on right now, but I want to talk to experienced flight attendants, and talk about their careers naman, and how is it that that job is always considered glamorous, and also it takes with it some interesting facets of a career. So that's gonna be next week. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Joe Andro Torlao, Padayon, Miss Joyce, Bianca, thank you so much, Drew. I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Ana De Toyato from Manila, good job and congratulations. Kate Chavez, also a TV personality, and good job on hosting the Pamukaw. Yay! You did a wonderful job as always, and you're just someone I love so much. Ziliette Paris, also in the news and public affairs. Thank you for watching. Z, I miss you, Padayon, and Sean Rafio. Congratulations, Sir Bob, Padayon, Miss Joyce, and Miss Bianca. So that's it for tonight. We have reached 1 hour without me disappearing. I think Bianca and Joyce
Yay!
are my lucky charms. Thank you. Oh my God. Hindi, Bianx, hindi ko dapat madula. Kaya nga ang ako nga service provider is Sky Fiber. Tik na huya man ta kay ABS-CBN aton tap. No, do hindi. So, wow. Thank you guys for not disappointing me. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I might not move to another network next week. Let's see, let's see. Anyway, Bianx and Joyce, thank you so much, girls.
Thank you
I
so
owe
much,
you.
sir.
If you
Thank
need
you, sir.
anything, just let me know kung ano man yung kinanglandara. I hope I can also give back the favor to you in any way I could. Thank you very much to everybody and have a blessed Sunday. Everybody, thank you. Bianca and Joyce, damo gid nga salamat. Good night,
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
everybody.
thank
much,
you.
sir.
Good night. Happy
Good night.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.